43 grams of clay. Wait, they produce more clay? How much? Okay, right. But like, my question would be, what's the oxygen ratio between a deodorizer versus an electrolyzer, and which one is more sand efficient? I know that's like, um, you probably don't have that information like on the top of your head, but that's the question I'm asking myself right now, right? And you can do clay into sand. Ooh. In rock crusher. So I can make clay into ceramic. That's a 1-to-1, right? Yeah, that's a 1-to-1. And then I'm assuming I can rock crush the ceramic down to sand. Okay. Let me, yeah, I'm trying to follow. So we get 144. Filtration medium, yeah, 133 grams per second, right? Polluted oxygen, so I need to have the polluted oxygen, 100 grams per second. So, okay, so let's say I have, if I want to create oxygen out of this, right? So let's say I'm trying to create 888 grams of oxygen, which is the equivalent of an electrolyzer. I need 8.8 deodorizers, right? So it's 8.8 times the 133. 133 times, what is it, 8.8 I said? So you need 1.17 tons of sand for that to be happening. But this one produces way more oxygen out of 1 kilogram of sand or one bubble of water, right? Because this is 591 grams of oxygen. This one gives me 90 grams of oxygen. Oh, I see what you're saying. Wait. Well, let me think about this. So I'm not using the sand in the sieve. I'm using the sand in the deodorizers, and I'm getting more clay out of it. Is this for real? I'm gaining 10 grams of material. That's what you're trying to tell me. You're trying to tell me I'm gaining 10 grams of material. If I do this operation, how many times do I have to do this operation? 10 grams, which is, hold on. Sorry, I have my calculator up right now. So that's 0.010, right? I'm gaining. I'm gaining mass. I'm gaining clay. I'm gaining sand. So whatever sand I have, I make more sand out of it. Is what you're saying? At 10 grams per second, basically. That's wait. That's 10 grams per second, right? So that's 0.01 times 600, right? So that's per cycle. Per cycle, I'm making six. Is that 6 kilos then? 10 grams times 600. Right, sorry. Yeah. So I'm making 6 kilograms of sand per cycle with one deodorizer. And I'm making 90 grams of oxygen. Okay. So let's. Sorry, I know we're doing a little bit of math right now, but um, this is very intriguing. At 90 grams per second, this one gives me 888, right? So in order to let's say this is 800 and this is the numbers don't add up so nicely as we want them. But let's say it's 900. Okay, so let's say 900 oxygen, right? Because it's divisible by the 90 here, right? So I would need 11. No, I need 10 deodorizers to be running 24/7. Right? 10. That's enough oxygen. So that's enough oxygen to replace one electrolyzer with a deodorizer. Correct? So if I have 10 of them, so that's 6 kilograms times 10. So I'm making 60 kilograms of sand a cycle. By turning polluted water directly into oxygen and clay, punching the clay through the kiln, and then kiln rock crusher to sand. Oh, mob farms too. I didn't even think about morb farms. We could do morbs too. Why didn't I think of morbs? Morbs would give us polluted oxygen. Okay, I'm gonna unpause though, so we can at least get some progress done. Okay, new options. I gotta think about this. I mean, not that I want to jump on this bandwagon right now, but I do really appreciate the clay tidbit. I did not know. I did not know that this is positive. I did not know that. Where is it coming from? Oh, it's the loss of polluted oxygen, right? Because you're losing 10 grams of polluted oxygen to 90 grams of oxygen. But I'm still getting 90% of it. Like, this is still 90%. This is 88%. Right? This is 88%. 88.8%, right? Efficient. Because I'm taking 1 kilogram of water to 88. Right? This is 90% efficient. Right? I'm going from 100 to that. Well, okay, but here's the problem. Here's the problem I see with the petroleum integration of this, right? Electrolyzers convert water deodorizers don't. Correct. 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 What am I going to do with the water? What am I going to do with all the water I got then? I mean, I would definitely need less water, or I could use the water for something else. I mean, we can make hydrogen for power. Holy shit. Right? But like, okay, so we have a whole nother slew of options all of a sudden for sustainability, and I would definitely want to try that out. But one problem I do see that I'm trying to like wrap my head around right now is how do I get the polluted water spread out enough, and enough of it spread out that it will off gas at optimal pressure so that my deodorizers can keep working, right? Because I have to pump the polluted water somewhere. I know how to generate morphs, right? Through the bathrooms, the toilets. And then once they're full, what is it under? Plumbing, right? They're the outhouses, right? Once they're full and they need to be plumbed, you just leave it so you don't let the tubes go in. And then after like I think 3 cycles, you get a morp. Right, that's what I'm saying. Off-gassing polluted oxygen is kind of morphs are a better option for that, but you can still use liquid reservoirs. Right, so the liquid reservoirs will require you to do like manual deconstructs, right? So like it's faster off-gassing if I take, let's say, this polluted water thing and I deconstruct it. It off-gasses faster than if I have standing water off-gassing. Yeah, I know that. But it's like that's manual, right? Like I can't automate this. Yep. Yeah. But like I wouldn't want to do that necessarily because it's it's very, very manual, right? Like, I have to like do this every couple cycles and be like, okay, I gotta, deconstruct it again, and I gotta deconstruct it again. I prefer not to do that if I can avoid it, right? Because I'd like to build something that's like, steady, working. You're yodeling, you motherfucker. Devin wants to die. Devin wants to die. Can somebody come and save Devin? Maybe a one height, 400 white blocks filled with polluted water. Yeah, this is what I mean, right? It's like it would be some like nutty fucking build in order to make that work. Yeah. And I know the like the way that most people do the waterlock one, right? I'm sure you're aware of that, the waterlock version. Um, I'm trying to remember how it's built now, but basically you have fuck. You have the water, then you have an airflow tile, right? Um, I'm sure you have like a box, right? Let's say there's water in here, or the polluted water in here. Then you have the airflow tiles. Then you have regular water up here, right? And then you have like the deodorizers. Isn't that how it's done? Like there's like the right, something like this, right? And they can pull the oxygen from here, or the polluted oxygen from down here, and then you have polluted oxygen down here and oxygen up top. Yeah. Yeah. So like but like the problem is we'd probably have to stretch that. Like that would be a huge build, right? And then you'd probably have to have like a bunch of like outlets to make sure that the water down here always stays nice and even at like the same amount. Right. So the polluted oxygen doesn't get out, right? And then you could also do this where like instead of just doing regular water, you just do it with the tanks instead, right? Where you have your storage tanks underneath, right? Same idea, right? Like it's no different. And I think that would be the more efficient way of off-gassing it. But yeah, at the same time, it's like... Right, the morphs are automatic. But how much polluted oxygen do morphs give off? Right, let's go look. Does it say? I have to look it up on the actual wiki because it doesn't actually say. No, I think morphs are eternal. But like they're very specific about the air pressure around them. I think it's like what, 1,000, like 1,000 kilograms or something is when they stop off gassing, or when they stop puffing, or like morbing, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it. Morbing. Okay, we need to put some tiles down here. Looks like these 2 tiles. The rest is probably fine. We'll put extra tiles there just in case. But I mean, this looks promising, right? We just need to do these ones as well. Could do tiles like right here. Wiki says 11 grams per second each. Oh, that's a lot. That's not a whole lot. Yeah, let's round it. I was gonna say let's round it to 10, because yeah, we're gonna need 10 morbs for a single. That's a lot per second. Yeah, but okay, but the deodorizer takes 100 per second, so that's 10 morbs per deodorizer. I know I can have infinite morphs. My RAM's not gonna like me for it though. No, I know. I agree. I agree. It's just I know it's free. Uh, I would definitely like that as a starting supplement. I'm more worried about my RAM deciding that it is time to leave this planet and saying you get 2 frames because you have 400 warps on the planet. I mean, look at my frames already. My frames are sinking down to 11 frames right now when I'm down here, right? And this is 462 critters right now. So if I'm running on Morbs, I'm running on Morbs. I have currently 16 gigs. Yeah, I think if I had more RAM, and that is on my list of shit to do or shit to get. My wife actually told me I've been talking about getting RAM for like the last 3 years or something. Um, my wife said I should give me something for Christmas, myself something for Christmas. I haven't gotten around to it yet, so. Um, but you know, if I had like 62, not 62, but 32 gigs, I would feel more comfortable. Um, but hey, you know what? I mean, this whole Morp thing doesn't have to happen tonight. You know, it could happen in the near future of this run. Yeah, plus the streaming, right? Okay, so this is done, so we can open this up now. We'll lose a little bit of oxygen. There's nothing we can do about that. I mean, gotta make cuts somewhere. Okay, this is done. This is done. Sweet. And then I'm assuming this is done too, right? I think we done did it. Yep, this is it. Hey. Okay, so we got what, one more, and then we close this up, and then we're good. And we got this sealed. Now the only question is if we were to make this a ranch, we'd have to actually make. Can you make natural tiles on top of drywall? Or is that a Google question? Can you make natural tiles on top of drywall? So if I had a tile here, right? Hypothetically, right? And then I had something on top of it, and I made a natural tile here out of, let's say, dirt or something like that into something else. Yeah, I don't know. Right. Natural tiles don't lose air, but like, right. So here's my thought. Right. So let's say I have a cubby, right, and I have a bunch of debris. So let's say I have a bunch of dirt laying down here. So there's dirt in there, right, and there's no background plate, right? There's no background plate here, and I'm dumping glass in here to make this into dirt, right? Will my glass go into the background of space before this turns into a dirt block? That's why I'm saying having background plates. That's why I'm wondering. Because I would be doing this in space if I'm trying to do it here, right? Like if I'm doing it in here, I'm not going to have the problem. But here, my problem is if I have something and I'm pouring glass into here and I have debris on the ground to make a natural tile, will my liquid evaporate into the background of space before it becomes a tile? That's that's why I'm asking about the background tiles. Yeah. That's my thought there for that. Yeah. Because I mean, otherwise I got to use metal for this, right? Like I would have to do the door trick, right? With the doors, which I would really prefer not to use. You know, metal if I don't need to. We need to go check on our other things. We haven't gotten any arbor trees at all. I'm a little concerned about that. Like, shouldn't you guys be rustling through some of the fucking trees here and getting me shit? Oh, we need to expand this too, by the way. I just noticed that. Oh, yeah, we stopped doing aluminum, right? So we are... Let me quickly throw this together. And then we probably need power in here too, right? Which, of course, we don't have. We'll just pull it from here. That's fine. No, you were incorrect, friend. You can get arbor trees from trees. When the pips rummage through these leaves, they have a chance of pulling arbor acorns out. Yep. So right now I have 0 arbor acorns, right? So when I started, I had like, what is it, like 12 plants, I think. So anything past 12 is what I got from the pips rummaging. So when they rummage, they will go up in the leaves and they'll like rummage around in them, and then they have a chance of rummaging out a seed. It's not a very high chance. It's a very low chance actually, but they can and they will. And I think the only requirement they have is that they're fed, as in they ate, and that they're groomed. Harvesting them? Okay, so if my dupes harvest them too? The question is it tied to harvesting chance? So let's say I have a harvester that's really, really good. Do I have a higher chance? Do you know? But yeah, you can definitely make more seeds. That's why the earlier you plant your arbor trees, the better, because it gives your pips more of a chance to What what's happening here? Why is this thing not giving off the contents? There's a bunch of igneous rock in here. Somebody explain to me what's up with this loader. This loader has igneous rock in it, and he's not giving it up. Okay, let's drop it on the floor. Let's try this again. Pick it up. Hello? Disabled automation. There's this stupid automation cable behind here that I accidentally placed. I'm an idiot. How are there so many features that they don't explain? Yeah, it's like it's one of those. Like, you know, if you don't know about it, it's like, yeah, you'll never know. You'll be like, oh, I gotta wait for printing pod to give me more, right? Yeah, no. But like the chance is so low, but that's why I always have arbor trees or arbor acorns in my list right now, so I know when I've gotten a new one. And I'd love for one of these pips to rummage right now and like find one, because that would be hilarious if it happened on screen. I think that's what happened last time when I was playing on my other playthrough. I was just talking about it. I'm like, oh yeah, and then the pips, they rummage through their trees, and then they have a chance of finding an acorn. And we're literally watching on screen a pip doing it. What? What? What am I? Why do I have a Volpup? That's because I saw that other planet earlier. I didn't click on it, but remember, dude, I'm telling you, the fact that we had this glitch with the planets ever since we had the Home Sweet Home, The game thinks I've seen the other planets. Remember, like, when we first looked at this list, it had all the planets on it? Even the Regolith planet? I guarantee you, because it was listed here, we are getting Volpups now. I should not be seeing Volpup. What am I going to feed it? I don't think I have enough Regolith. I have 70 tons of Regolith to tame a Volpup. But if I feed it, I tame it. If I tame it, I get more eggs. But I can't tame it without feeding it. Only feed it if you get eggs. I don't think it... Does it need to be fed? It doesn't need to be fed? Okay, I am... Jesus Christ. Like... I wasn't ready for this. The fuck did I just get a Volpup? I have nowhere to put this. Where do I put the fucking Volpup right now? Okay, alright. So we're gonna put a mini ranch here for those motherfuckers. The cheap doors are what, these ones, right? No, but they can... Which are the cheap doors? Pneumatic doors, right? Oh, you're lucky. Pneumatic doors. I mean, I could just do like obsidian tiles. Like, this is fine. I can do obsidian tiles. I'm just going to do obsidian insulated tiles. And if I need to feed him with a regolith, I could do that. I can do that too. But yeah, I'm building this first before we're letting these guys into the fucking base. No, I can't see the link. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, I can. It says it was, like, hidden, but, yeah, I'm looking at it. Better not be a dick pic right now. Oh, pneumatic doors. Okay. And because I'm not feeding it, it doesn't really matter, you say? Okay, let's try that. Never built that ranch, but I'm totally down for it. And I'm assuming it doesn't matter what I make these doors out of, right? It just needs to be pneumatic doors. Oops. I mean, if I can actually, like, domesticate them that way, that would be pretty sweet. And then obsidian they can't bury through, right? And then stations. Sorry, I had to look at the image. Okay. Jesus Christ, everybody's sending links now. What is going on with you people? Discord attachment. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks. Thanks. I mean, you know, I think this is fair. Okay, we got the printables. Yeah, we're not gonna pick that yet. We gotta build this thing first. We don't have access to shovels yet. Look at this, I have poke shells here too. Does that mean I can get poke shells now? Did I fuck up my game doing this achievement? I mean, technically, I feel like I shouldn't even pick up the Volpup. Technically, I feel like the Volpup is off limits. Or should be off limits. It's your favorite dick? Yeah, I bet it is. Bet it is. Alright, so we're gonna try to get this. I mean, yeah, you're right. I can always kill it if I need to, right? Are these guys dying yet? They still have a little bit of sulfur. Look at them, they're slowly running out of sulfur. They're all gonna die. Alright, this is done, so we can lock this up. Yeah, exactly. To bring the eggs in. Oh, cause yeah, we don't have actual we don't have eggs, right? I mean, we could also drop the eggs in from above, right? So like really, we could have like this, right? That could be for eggs. We'll set this to sweep only and place it in. That will do the same thing. I'm curious. I'm curious to see this. I'm not gonna lie. If this like, you know, if you can actually ranch them tame this way without feeding them, because I'm getting the full pup, which is young, right? So it's gonna come in. It's gonna become an adult. Hopefully, I can make it tame, and we'll have to look at it once it becomes an adult. If that's doable within the time of the lifetime. Right, it lays one egg before it dies, right? If it's tame, though, does it do that when it's wild? That's a question I have. Even if you don't feed it, they lay one egg? Right, but it has to be tame, I think. In order for it to lay an egg before it dies, it needs to be tame. And in order to tame it, you have to feed it. That's my belief right now. I could be wrong, right? We'll find out. I mean, worst case scenario, it dies, right? And then if it dies, then we're just move on with life. We're gonna sweep this out. We're gonna make this nice and clean. Anyways, where were we before we got sidetracked by some bullpup in the printing pod right now? Oh yeah, we're gonna finish this up. No, we're not gonna do that. I think it has to be tamed in order for it to lay that egg, right? We'll find out. Like we'll look at it, because we'll know once it goes in here if it gets groomed, like what the chances are, and then we can see if it's if we'll actually make it. I just want to get the stuff out of here. I mean, there shouldn't be anything in here that it can eat, but yeah, because I don't think Volpups eat sucrose or abyssalite or sandstone. I think the only thing they want is regolith. And if I gotta dump regolith in here, I will dump regolith in here. Like, that's cool. I mean, like I said, we have a little bit, right? We have 17 tons. We can probably find a little more. Not a whole lot, but food-wise, we are pickled meal heaven. We have barbecue still, spindly grapefruit. What the hell is all this shit that we don't need? If you have infinite dirt, I don't have infinite dirt pips. Okay, I have currently my Saint Chachas eat. I have 4 of them. Right, I can limit these down to like 2 or something like that. But right now, these eat 280. These eat 560 kilos per cycle to make 560 kilos of dirt, of coal. In order to get 560 kilograms of dirt, I need, divide that by 20. So 560 by 20. So 10, 20, 25, 28. Right. The more trees I get, the more pips. Exactly. It's a cycle that just keeps going and going. Absolutely. I gotta get these built though. All right. Did we get this done though? Is this empty now? Sandstone. They don't need sandstone, so I'm cool there. So let's print this bitch. Pips and arbitraries are absolutely unbalanced. Where's my Volpup? No. Do not put Volpups in here. Where's my Volpup? Where did it go? They picked it up. I saw it. They picked it up. I don't know where they brought it. Don't tell me it's in here. It can't be. It would have dug it out by now, right? I have a critical chamber right there. Not this one. It can't be in here. If it was in here, it would have dug out, right? Okay, we wrangled it up here, and then what happened to it? 2 options. It went in here, or it went in here. It didn't go in here, so it's in here. Or it was dropped, then it would be down here, and it dug away. You gotta be kidding me. Is there any way for me to search for Volpups? I mean, obviously I don't have eggs. There's no way for me to find this thing, right? There's no way it's in here. It would have dug out. I would have dug out through the tiles and gotten like somewhere else. Use N and throw 3 natural tiles. What's N? Is that the branching tool? Yeah. Okay, not these guys. That's a bunch of pips. Oh, I just canceled a bunch of cables. That's not what I wanted. Okay, we still got that going. Okay. Okay, obviously not down there. I mean, I would think it would go for like regolith, right? Like, wouldn't it? So I would think it's going like up here somewhere. But maybe not. Maybe it's just going for my regolith right here. And it didn't drop, right? There's only, yeah, these two. But yeah, if it like came through here, it's like down here somewhere. Oh boy. Hey, Volpup, show yourself. Okay, what do Volpups eat? Dirt. Dude, I could lose so much dirt. Check the pod floor. Like right here. Oh, you think like right here is where it might have gotten away? Those are all pips. Like the tiles of the pot floor. No, sadly not. We didn't kill it. I know I wrangled it. I saw it being wrangled. I wonder if the game just said, like, fuck you, and, like, no vol for you. Because it's not going to get dropped off in here. There's 400 in here. It would have been dropped off in here, and it would have burred out right away. Rip the shovel. Page. Right, right. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Shovel egg, right? So I'll put that in my thing. So there's a shovel egg listing here. So if the shovel does exist somewhere, it should lay an egg, is what you're saying, right? And then we can try it with the egg. No fucking what's free. Yeah, I think that's what the game said. Is like, oh hey, you haven't actually discovered these. JK, you know, like I was just kidding. You were trying to build this guy in. I saw it. Please get out of there. Thank you. Not build it. Yeah, I feel like it was baiting me. I know I totally think it was. Because I remember it being wrangled right here, and then I saw the deep going here, and then that's the last I saw of him, right? Like, my guess is he dropped it in here, and it ended up in here. That's honestly what I think it is. I mean, not in here, but like it dug out somewhere. Now, the only problem that if this shovel is alive is my dirt is very unsafe. Like, if it goes for my dirt somewhere, oh man. So, you know, keep an eye out for a rogue shovel somewhere. I mean, we should hear it too. Like, I'm just waiting for that little sound that it makes. The little slithering sound. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You know the slithering sound that they make. Alright, so this is done. You know the sound I speak of. I need all these to die. Yeah, it's like some weirdo sound. Like, yeah, I don't mean like a slithering sound. I meant it as in like a negative sound, as in that's why I said slithering, as in like a snakish whatever sound it makes. Like it's trying to get away from you, slithering wise. Yeah, it's like it's like a drilling. But yeah, I haven't seen it. I think the game decided that it was incorrect about what it gave us. Or some dupe decided that it was time to kill. Oh, here, look, there's a arbitrary. Fucked it up. So that one came out of a tree somewhere because we didn't have any arbor trees when we got done with this one. We gotta dig this up so we can actually put it there. Gotta start on the right side. Can you do this, please? Please and thank you, sir. A little bit of extra stuff there. Why is my building priority 1? I'm a little confused. Alright, we're gonna build this and this, and then that arbor acorn can go there. Right, so that arbor acorn we didn't have before, and we didn't get one from the printing pod, so that came from our trees. And then we just have a storage bin down here that accepts them, right? So whenever we get a new one, it just eventually gets moved down there. Oh, didn't get one there. Maybe you change it to prioritize ranching. Oh, I love the pipsqueaks sleeping. This is garbage. Oh, back then on ranching? Yeah, I don't know. Alright, so this is good. We got oxygen here. This should all be fine. Gonna replace this one too, and then we're gonna replace this one too. And we should do this as well. I would like to start melting this. How do I go about melting this efficiently? Start by going over here and digging this shit up. We can get through here and we can dig these guys up. That gives us a little bit more room. Hey, we have so much labor. Look at this. There's 4 of them doing jobs right now. You know, back in the day, I used to have a hard time trying to get 2 dupes to do some work. Now I got 4 dupes coming around to doing stuff. Insane. I don't even know what's happening. Okay, so... One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. So we're going to move our power up here. Okay, so did we get that planted? Yep, that's planted. So then we deconstruct this one. So if another one comes down, it will go there. Also, these eggs need to get out of here. Technically they don't, because there's only 2 in here. So they won't do anything dumb. Shovel, never to be seen again. It wasn't a shovel egg, no, it wasn't a shovel egg, right? It was an actual shovel, right? Yeah, it was. I don't know, this is gonna get me. If I get Pakus from the pot, I don't know. This bothers me, okay? The fact that I have access to resources that I shouldn't have access to. And I feel like the game was telling me that I shouldn't be taking the shovel. Right? Because it kind of breaks I mean, this happened, right? There's nothing I can do about the planetoids. But what I can do is I can make the conscious decision and say I'm not going to take something that I shouldn't have access to, right? Like, if it tells me I can print crude oil all of a sudden, I'm going to say I'm not going to take the crude oil because I don't have crude oil. There's no way for me to get crude oil, right? If it's a material that I can create and I have seen, then I'm like, okay, I can take it. If it's not, then I should just say it no. So it's spaced out. Ooh, the drops work a little differently, right? So in the original game, you had lists, right? So there's if you search for printing pod, like Oni printing pod lists, there's a list of items that you can get at cycle 0. Like there's a list of like, let's say 15 items, right? And then you have like a random chance of getting those. Then at cycle, once you reach cycle 12, that list gets extended, and then like 5 or 6 other items get added, and then at cycle 24, more items get added, and at cycle 48 gets more items get added, and then there's a couple items that you need to have crafted or discovered to see them. And then there's all the other items that you might not be able to get. And I can look. Oni printing pod list. I think shovel is on there, but I think shovel belongs to the group of you have to have discovered it in order to get it. There's like a printing pod care package list. That's what it's called. Give me a second. We'll see. There is a better one. I think the printing pod itself has the listing. Like if you go to what is it taking me right now? Auction not included. Fandom. Maybe not. List of care packages. Yeah, here we go. Let's see if this is the list I was looking at. Yeah, so here we go. Yeah. So like it changes with spaced out. Like there's a lot of things that you need to discover. So like you can't get arbor acorns if you haven't discovered them first. I can't get blossom seeds because I need to discover them, right? So like let's see if I can find the shovel. Larva egg I can't get because same thing. I have to discover it. Paku I need to discover. Yeah. Shovel. Shovel is listed as needs to be discovered in spaced out, all the way in the bottom of the list. So if you've never discovered shovels, you shouldn't be getting shovels. So like you can't get steel out of the printing pod if you've never made steel. You can't get lime out of the printing pod if you've never created lime. Yeah. It has a 1 for, yeah, exactly, for the normal version and the DLC. So in the normal version, I think it's cycle based. So you reach a certain cycle and then you can get it. But also for the classic game, shovels, you won't get shovels in the printing pod until you've reached like the space biome of classic and you've seen a shovel. So the old list was kind of like it was a lot more lean and it wasn't requiring a discovery. In Spaced Out, it's all about discovery, right? Which is actually really cool because some of the planetoids that you can play, like the radiation moonlit cluster or whatever it's called, where you start with like a bunch of radiation, like you don't have reed fiber on there, and you don't have Drekos on there, so you can't do anything with plastic until you like. I had to go to the third planet that had Drekos on it. So I went there with a rocket. I got a Dreco egg. I put the Dreco egg in the rocket. I brought that rocket back home. Started my plastic production through Drecos. And then eventually got steam turbines. And then I had to go to the fifth planet to actually get a thimble reed seed because, you know, I've never seen it anywhere. And it won't come out of the printing pod because if you have never seen it, you know. And this is why this me seeing these planets breaks this, right? Because I've seen that stupid planet that has the shovels on it, and that's why I got it in the printing pod. Yep, exactly. So Spaced Out is a little more like gate locking, you know, if that makes sense. But I like it for that, right? It's an additional challenge. It's not just like, oh, you know, I could get shovel cycle 5 or it's, you know, shovel cycle 20 or something. That's just ice that fell down. Okay, I was like, oh, maybe the shovel did it. The shovel didn't do shit. Yeah, it's a lot more gated, but it's cool. I actually like that part of it. Does it? Does the achievement unlock the other planets for me? So is this not a bug, but it's actually like, oh hey, it assumes that you have looked at other planets. Because normally what would happen on that screen, it would go to all the planets, right? Isn't that what it does? Like you can like normally like when that screen comes and it kind of like does the zooming in on your base, it does that for all your planets if I'm right, right? Like like if I had 2 planets, it would give me like a short snapshot of this planet, and it would give me a short snapshot of another planet. So I'm thinking that because I've never traveled to the other ones, but because I got the credits from the Home Sweet Home, it thinks that I've seen those other planets. Yeah, that could be it. That could be it. But that is still very odd, right? Because I never traveled anywhere. Like this is all undiscovered. So it's very interesting. Oh, we just had a huge frame drop right here. I will probably have to start culling animals sometime soon. Are we still doing good on how many critters we have in here? We have 2, 3 of those and a bunch of okay. And we're still making plastic. We have 6 tons of plastics already all of a sudden. Because the game told you, it's like, oh, you probably visited those, you just don't remember. The game called me dumb. I don't need that much. I think 3 is plenty. I mean, we're working on 3 right now, and it's plenty. All right, let's see what random shit we get this time. Better not be a shovel. Hey, it's 4 tons of water. Oh, I kind of put this in here somewhere. Oh, no, I didn't. We got bleach stone in here. Let's build another one. Ooh, we're actually pretty low on water.